I'm Trent, and this is Vision Preparedness.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to TORMOIL Tuesday. Skull. I hope everybody's having a great day for Tuesday. Greetings from hot 86 degrees in the great state of OH. And give it a few minutes and it'll rain. The sun will be back out, then it'll be cloudy, and whatever. Immigration games coming to your TV? To my TV. We're going to talk about it. Let's see. Let's say hello to a few folks first. My man Scott Hummer's in the building. My Renaissance grandma. So good to see you. My man, my personal moderator, my guy, my man, Mr. Ghost Lincoln. And for my brother from another mother that's lurking, the one, the only Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Skull, my brother. Drive home safely, or if you're working, work safely. Yeah. Who else we got in the building? Michelle, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you had a great day to Michelle, for sure. Rabbit, what's going on with you? How you doing? How's it going? How's everything in your republic of this great country of America? Hope you're doing well, Rabbit. Rob B's in the building. He said, oh, I need this screensaver. Feel free to take the picture if you want. Share it, use it, do whatever you need. Hope you're having a good day, Rob. Pilgrim, what's going on with you, my man? Good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for joining us tonight. There he is, my man, Rule 2IC. He said, let's go, America. Yeah. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you had a great day. Tell little Rule I said, hey, and thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. There she is. Teresa's in the building. Good to see you, sister. Hope you're doing well. Hope the kids are great. Hope you're having a fantabulous day today. My man from the Kakalakis himself, my guy, Half Ready. Good to see you, bruh. Hope you're doing well. Hope mom and them are doing great. Yes, most definitely. Star's in the building. There she is. Hey. Good to see you, Star. Thank you for joining us tonight as well. Appreciate you, sis, for sure. Who else we got in here? Yeah, we got a whole bunch of folks coming in here. Thank you for the 5x5, Pilgrim. My man, my guy, Dan H. Thank you for the 5x5, my bruh. Our favorite masshole is in the house, y'all. Hope you're doing well, Dan. Hope you're having a great day. Hope your day was good. I'm glad you're either home or on your way home. Billy, good evening. How are you? How's everybody doing in your family? How's everything up north there for you? Yes, Paper Buttons 19 is here, y'all. Y'all speak, play nice, and be nice. OVP, of course, he's working and listening, as always. Good to see you, OVP. Hope you and Mrs. OVP are doing well. Everything's okay. Blackbird's in the building. Good to see you, Blackbird. Good to see all of y'all. PJ, good evening. How you be? How you be? I'm with you on that too, Mike. I'm with you. Not much for TV. Rather see it in reality. But this is insanity at its best. Happy Mac is in the place. Jules, good to see you. How are you? How you be? Tell Gordon I said hello up north. And I mean way up north, like out of the country north. Hope you're doing well, Jules. Yeah. But y'all, we got stuff to talk about tonight, and after I say hello to a few more people, we're gonna dive right into it. Love and life, good to see you. Tracy Winbush, welcome, man. How are you? How you be? How's it going up there up in northern Ohio? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had an amazing day today. Yeah, and welcome in to everybody that's here. Gen X, Little Lone Prepper, good to see you. Michael Wolf, y'all come on in, get comfortable, sit down, because we're going to talk about a thing or three. But first, I gotta thank y'all for joining me tonight. Because what I just got done researching and what I heard, and I got to give credit due was credit due. I was over there on the Tic Tac machine listening to my brother Country Dreaming, y'all. And by the way, if you're on the Tic Tac machine, go follow Country Dreaming. Go over there, find him, TX3 also, both his channels. And if you get a chance, follow him because he be dropping that knowledge like it's hot, y'all. And I got heated real quick when he talked about a topic that I did not know anything about until today. I scrapped what I was going to talk about tonight, but this takes precedence. Tactical Muffin Top is in the building. Good to see you. How are you? Hope everything is going well for you. Welcome in. Gen X, if I didn't speak to you, hey, howdy, how you doing? KP Heathen, my man, good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. Hope you and the monster are doing well and everything is good down there in your part of the Republic. So, y'all, like I said, this topic I heard while my brother Country Dreaming was talking about, and he may show up in the chat, he may not. Don't know. Hope he does. Miss Chevette, welcome in. Good to see you. My man, JD's in the building. Good to see you, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family is fantabulous. Yeah. So, y'all, is there anybody in here that doesn't know about the movie, the series, whatever you want to call it, Hunger Games? I've never watched an episode of the Hunger Games, but, I know what it's about. And I don't watch it because I just don't watch it. But anyway, listen to this mess. And this comes from straight out of ABC News, Channel 7, Eyewitness News. DHS, yeah, the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security says it says it's in beginning stages of vetting a process of immigrant reality TV. As my man Country Dreaming says, Stephen King couldn't have made this up any better. Immigrant reality TV. I'm gonna drop this link in the chat. You can read this story, and y'all gonna have to track with me because I'm hearing a whole lot of nothings from others. Nothings. Ed, good to see you. Hope you and Tara are doing well. There's the link in the chat to ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Frank, good to see you. So this is out of Washington. The Department of Homeland Security is reviewing, by the way, this is dated May 17th of 2025. I said that date because that's significant. Keep that in the back of your brain. May 17th, 2025. The Department of Homeland Security is reviewing a reality TV pitch where immigrants would compete for American citizenship, according to a spokesperson who said in a statement to CNN that the show in question is in the very beginning, I'm doing air quotes for those listening, beginning stages of that vetting process and has not received approval or denial by staff. KY Survival, welcome in. So to back up, the mastermind behind this reality TV show a reality TV show concept where immigrants compete for a chance to earn U.S. citizenship has been proposed and is currently under review by DHS. The show, tentatively titled The American, that's what the show tentatively is going to be called, The American, is the brainchild of producer Rob Warsoff. If you don't know who he is the producer of such things as Duck Dynasty and The Millionaire Matchmaker. While DHS has confirmed it's in the early stages of vetting the proposal, it has also stated that there are no plans to move forward with the show at this time. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Frank Short, good to see you. Jason Schmidt, exactly. Yeah, Running Man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Hunger Games, call it what you want. Yeah, most definitely. It's crazy, y'all. This is insanity. So a producer pitched the idea to DHS, said he envisions the show as being a positive love letter to America. A positive love letter to America while dismissing criticism that it would be punching down on contestants. Exactly, JD. I'm with you. No. And my personal moderator, Ghost Lincoln, you're gonna have to watch the meter because I'm going to peg this thing. And I know that for a fact. So yeah, you're gonna have to keep an eye on me. Or, the powers that be, YT, may just cut the stream. I don't care. This is insanity. XNYCOG Prepper. Good to see you. And we do have a guest with us, y'all, who just disappeared. Maybe he'll be back. We'll see. Yeah, not a problem. But anyway, back to the story. Rob Warsoff himself, a Canadian immigrant whose credits include, like I said, Millionaire Matchmaker, Duck Dynasty, and The Biggest Loser. Yeah. Said he pitched the idea for his show as far back as the Obama administration. He said he's had 3 conversations with the current DHS about the pitch, and they've gone far, according to him. And with that, y'all, I'm going to bring up my special guest, my brother, my friend. I'm so glad he made it. Country Dreaming. Good evening, my brother. How you doing this evening? You're muted. So if you unmute your microphone, we can probably hear you. There you
It's easy to hear somebody when they ain't muted, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's easier to hear somebody when they're muted. Yeah. How you doing this evening, bruh?
I'm doing good. What's going on? Can you hear me? I got my earbuds in. Let me know if I need to take them in or out or
Yep.
not.
Nope. I hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear. I was just schooling the folks on, Mr. Rob Warsoff, a Canadian immigrant, about his show, The American, similar to the Hunger Games or whatever else they wanted it to be. So let me finish this up.
Oh, please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, Warsoff told CNN's Caitlin Collins later Friday evening, I don't know where they stand exactly now, but I feel like we're trending in a good way. In other words, he thinks that the Department of Homeland Security is ready to quote unquote pull the trigger. We'll see what happens. This, folks, this is crazy. At least I think so. And we're going to get into the narrative of some stuff. here in a moment. So ICE and CBP border operations to white collar investigators at DHI, each proposal undergoes a thorough vetting process prior to denial or approval. Okay? So the Daily Mail and the Wall Street Journal previously reported about this. Okay? Now, the lady at Homeland Security, whose name is McLaughlin, I think, denied aspects of the earlier report in the Daily Mail, stating that we have not backed or even reviewed the pitch of any scripted or reality show. That's what she's saying. So, country, jump in here and what is your take on this debacle?
Excuse me. Thank you kindly, sir, and thank you for having me. As always, it's always an honor and a privilege to be over here and be a part of your program. Hello to everybody who spoke down in the chat. I'm not doing a lot of typing right now, but thank you to everybody who spoke. Even the one person who said Team April. I'm still gonna speak to you guys as
And it wasn't me. See? Wasn't me.
well. um, I'm glad you went ahead and finished reading that in its entirety, bro, because at the end of the day, one of them lying. Somebody lying about something. Either everybody is everybody knows, and it's been made it all the way up to the top, or somebody is BSing and that shit is stuck down with lower level people. But I um I think more people probably know or at least caught wind of this if you got this producer going out doing articles and interviews. Somebody at the top had to at least caught wind. Whether they approved it or not is a different thing, but
Yeah.
the fact that it's being floated, yeah, somebody knew something. And I don't care particularly, well, whoever, whatever your political leanings or intentions are. I don't
Mhm.
give a damn. That don't matter to me. After this all said and done, this seems and sounds dystopian. It literally sounds like Hunger Games. It sounds like something off a sci-fi series or a movie or something. And that's just my opinion on it. But I'll land right there for right now, bro.
Yeah, and I'm with you. What's the concept? So the one takeaway that I did take away from these articles and from what you were sharing over on TikTok was that people or immigrants that are have already applied for citizenship the correct way would be considered for this show, allegedly. And that's what the article says. People that are basically
Yep.
in the pipeline for natural citizenship the legal way. What's your take on that?
I think that, man, before I could even get to it, that's one of the first things that you noticed as we were having that conversation on another
Mhm.
platform. That's one of the first things that you spoke on. And I think, as odd and weird as the conversation is to have in the first place, uh, taking the people who are in the process of doing things the right way and making them, for all intents and purposes, the ass of a joke or for entertainment, when they literally following the parameters. They going step by step, doing everything they got to do to use them in that capacity. I don't know if that was part of the idea, but that don't make it better. If you take the most desperate of the most desperate who came over via coyote, or whether you take the ones who's already been in the process for 2 or 3 or 5 years and just want to expedite it, it's still something sick about it to me. And then one of the only other things about it, and this is my opinion, everybody ain't got to agree with me. I don't get in grown folk business, but I will say the amount of people that are starting to show sentiments that they would love something like this. That, that's that's frightening to me, bro. But it's reality. But yeah, that's where I'm at on that part of it.
Yeah. So this now remember, y'all, I told y'all that first article was the date was May 17th of 2025. Now, this article right here, I'm gonna read some of and I'm gonna share it in the chat. You can read it yourself if you like. This comes from the USA Today, which is dated May the 20th. So 3 days later, DHS comes out and says no plans for immigration reality show. The Trump administration is not considering a reality show in which immigrants compete for citizenship. According to Homeland Security Chief, despite statements to the contrary by a department spokeswoman. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem told a Senate committee May 20th that she and her leadership team have no knowledge of a reality show which was first reported by the Daily Mail. So basically, she testified in front of a Senate committee on the 20th that this is not true and it is not in the works, nor has been, and they ain't heard nothing about it. I'm gonna have to agree with my brother Country on this. Somebody lying, y'all. Somebody is flat out lying. And Rule, you're absolutely right. Those are the two things I said. Either the Hunger Games or the Purge. Yeah. And Ghost Lincoln, you're right. It sounds like shenanigans. So, I mean, who in their right mind would even think this is a good idea? What says you, Country?
Man, well, we agree on that part right there. Somebody is lying. Somebody is either telling a whole lie or a half a truth. Um, I don't think that. I mean, in any other circumstance, from my position, if 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 it wasn't a modicum of truth to it, if it didn't
Mm-hmm,
have any legs to it at all,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
especially
mm-hmm,
government officials, they wouldn't just deny claims or offer lack of knowledge. They would over the top say, not only did this not happen, is it untrue? We've never spoken with this person. We condemn the accusations that they are making. They should be ashamed of themselves. And because we are the GOV, we might even consider ways and methodologies of prosecution for lying on us like that. But since I ain't hearing none of that, I'm gonna stick with my first mind and my gut, which is yeah, y'all talked about that. Y'all had a conversation about it. Yeah, yeah. And
it,
I know this is a difficult conversation for some people,
yeah.
but V, it's the thing, man. Race affects everybody. Race
Mm-hmm,
impacts everybody. And
mm-hmm,
and when somebody put in the chat earlier, whether it's gonna be Hunger Games or the Purge, if things get that bad, who in their right mind don't think that impact everybody in some way, shape, form, or fashion? If you got other people you love, I don't care how prepared you are. You could have been prepping for 20 years and got all the steps and you run through drills. You do all of this. If society break down to a certain point, that shit gonna impact you, man.
mm-hmm.
And then there have been grotesque things that have happened historically in this country.
Yes.
I don't live in that space. I don't use it as a source of I'm going everything the white man fault and I just can't put my shoes on this morning because life just so hard. I don't go all that. I don't do all that shit either. But at the same time, I'm not gonna pretend that people historically ain't not been used for other people's entertainment. So as far as I'm concerned, hell, I feel like it. Look, everything is on my 2025, 2026 bingo card, bro. I said that before, and I'm gonna say it again. And if you a fellow American, or especially if you blessed enough and fortunate enough to be from the great state of Texas, uh, I hope the best for you. That's right. I hope the best and wish the best for you. And just floating this idea, the fact that this is even a conversation or has been, or I mean, man, it's just not okay, family. It's not okay. But I'll stop right there.
Exactly. So Happy Mac, the first one was on the 17th that the Daily Mail and CNN or Wall Street Journal were talking about. And then on the 20th, published in the USA Today, they're talking about 3 days later that this was never discussed. So, whether it was or wasn't, I don't know. I wasn't in the room and I definitely wasn't a fly on the wall. And, the thing is, this concept is not good for anybody because if it starts here, where's it going to stop? Could it possibly become the Hunger Games or even worse, the Purge? Not saying it is, but allegedly, you know, some grown folks don't know when to say enough is enough. So, uh, it just is what it is. I don't agree with this. This is not good for anybody. But to have a reality show based on somebody trying to legally get citizenship in this country, come on, y'all. I hope my personal moderators in the room, Ghost Lincoln, because I'm getting ready to go off. Here's the thing: if this comes to reality, no pun intended, don't care. I hope that every single penny that whatever stupid network airs this, every advertiser that advertises during this total debacle, I hope the advertisers will lose revenue tremendously, or that all revenue pennies, as well as the network pennies, go towards something like, let's find the children that have been missing, the men, the women in this country that just vanish. And nobody has a clue where they're at. Won't you pour that money into finding these folks that apparently somebody has snatched, but don't nobody know nothing about it? Boy, don't. This is insanity at its best. And as Country said, if the White House have had no knowledge of this, somebody needs to be sued for defamation of character. And I suggest Hudson Valley, pull out the wood chipper. I'm gonna gas it up for you. All of them go off to the wood chipper. Plain and simple. Exactly, Love and Life. They said we are in the age of good is evil and evil is good. And y'all know I've been talking for years. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You can't change it. You have no means in order to change it. In my opinion, my humble opinion, as a U.S. citizen, this is a horrible, deplorable idea. I'm gonna pull my backpack off and sit right there and let Country say a word or three.
Hey man, look, you got you. We share these sentiments. I'm right there with you. I think it is horrible. I think it goes deeper than politics. I think that it really ain't no understanding no more amongst people in a lot of ways. People rarely have conversations about what the truths and matters of the facts are. Like you and myself, day in and day out, fight so diligently to have with people who may disagree on surface level circumstances, but for
Mhm.
me, I think this is wrong, and I think anybody who's agreed with it, I I break bond with your fellowship. I don't need you around me or want you around me because like I'm looking at different people. It was Hudson Valley said earlier that eventually everybody gonna end up in the Coliseum. Um, you know, going to the bitter end. And somebody else
Right,
said, "Are you not saying?" And the truth of the matter is, one of the reasons I can believe that this and conversation at least happened or may even still be in the works because look where we've been for decades now. America is not a monarchy. So in the place of the kings and queens and dukes and other royalties and so on and so forth, well, now you have the entertainers of the world who have been crowned, no pun intended, with those
right.
same positions of subservience to an overall objective, and I'm sure they have their own little ritualistic things they abide by in order to be in the positions that they are in and obtain and procure the wealth that they obtain and procure. But on for us regular common people down here, the only thing worse than everyday American men and women working their ass off so they can feed their children and maybe send them to college or off to trade school or in addition to working hours on end and not being able to spend the quality or amount of time that you would love to spend with them is knowing that we live in a world where if it do go to another phase, it's literally like somebody gonna use your circumstance completely for their joy and entertainment and amusement. And the only thing more insulting than not being able, if you willing to break your back and work for a living wage, is to have somebody not provide you either. And I'm talking about both parties right now because I don't give a damn.
Right.
I'm anybody in any position to change the shit that don't work to change the shit. Uh, and then potentially top it off with making a circus out of us. Man, that's bad business right there, bro. That's bad business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Rule 2IC, thank you for the donation. You didn't have to, but you did, and it's going to a great cause. He said, gas money for the wood chipper. Yeah. Thank you, Rule. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. And y'all all know me. I'll never ask for donations. But when you do, they go right back into the channel. And in this case, gas money for the wood chipper. And Hudson Valley brought up a good point. He said, we the people have lost control of our government. Absolutely. Because the government works for us, we the people. And you know, y'all, it I don't care what side of the aisle you on, left, right, in the middle, don't care. I vote my morals and my values, and I want to see everybody eat. I want to see everybody eat. So, I ain't blaming one. I'm blaming everybody. So, Gnostic Nomad, welcome in, welcome in. Billy, good to see you. I saw some other folks come in here. John, good to see you. Who else is in here? She said, welcome in, good to see you. Good to see you. Jason Schmidt, how are you, my brother? Yardbirds is in the building. Yeah, like he said, yeah, you have to fight through the tough times and make sure you're focused every single day and do your job. That's when things will get better. I agree with you on that, bruh. I agree. And Connie Corso, welcome in. Good to see you, my brother. Right, exactly. Connie Corso said one rotten apple spoils the bunch. It does. And pick the rotten apple you want. Um, Juby, welcome in. Good to see you. Yolanda Vincent, welcome in. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in and joining us on Turmoil Tuesday. Immigration games. Is it coming to a TV near you? I don't know. I just needed to let everybody know because when Country first was uh, dropping the 411 over on TikTok, and folks, if you are on TikTok, search him out. And I'm gonna before we get off there, I'm gonna let him tell you all the accounts you can find him for um, uh, over on TikTok. Right X, right X. You can't fight an F-16. Yeah, Grandpa Ice Cream told us that. Really? Okay. If yeah, don't try us. Shannon Hewing, good evening. How are you? There's your girl country dreaming.
Oh, hey Shanna. What's going on, Shanna? And shout out to my brother Jason as well. Now I've been looking for my other guys. He in here because uh
He
one of
was.
my Dan H.
Dan
Dan
H
H.
was
That's my
in here. He was. I don't know. I don't know if he's making dinner for the dog himself or what, but he was here earlier. Before, matter of fact, right before you came in here. Um, but immigrant games, really? Who would even? I don't know. Who would even think this is even a half a good idea, y'all? Unless they were out to make the money only. That's the only philosophy I got. That's the only reason I got is for ratings and make the money. But I tell you this, I know one person that won't be watching it. Yeah, would be me for sure. Um, but has
and me, bro.
society has society really gotten this low, y'all? I don't know. Yardbirds, you're right. He said, glad to see that a pallet of bathroom tiles isn't the only thing that gets Hudson Valley all fired up. Yeah. And if y'all have not caught Hudson Valley's live today, y'all got to go see it. Too soon to tell Tuesday. Because I don't know what YT is. I rarely get your notifications. I've unsubscribed, resubscribed, clicked the bell, hit all, and for some reason they don't want me to come see your stuff, so I got to watch the replay. But he was talking about everything. We have been lied to about everything, and I'm gonna say it here because I don't really care. Talking about the list, y'all know from the guy that supposedly unalived himself in prison, Mr. Epstein, that there's no list. And they just shoved it under the table because probably who knows who's on the list. But your boy Dan H just dropped in. He's here. Vision, you got to forgive country. He would forget his own name if Ms. April didn't write it on his underwear bands. He older than Moses, remember? Your guy, country. That's your
There
guy.
he is. There he is.
Yeah.
That's my
ARD.
man right there.
Thank you for the donation, ARD. Appreciate it. Much love to you and the family. Hope everybody is doing well. Yeah, exactly, Yolanda. Right. People can't think of themselves anymore. Right. I mean, it who does this? Yeah, I don't get it. It is insanity at its best to even think this was a almost idea. A reality game show called America, where immigrants compete to get their citizenship approval sped up. Yeah, I don't get it. Rip Curl, good to see you, my brother. Tell me something else, country, because my blood pressure's up. I don't even have blood pressure. Don't take blood pressure meds, but I am going to drink me some more coffee while I listen to my brother here talk. Skull.
Um, yeah, bro. Look, I think and I know I can all but pretty much verify it and prove it. Um, America has had a quasi caste system for a really, really, really long time. for a really, really, really long time. And wealth inequality is starting to get folk to a point where race has been an issue. It will continue to be an issue for the foreseeable future. But it's also a lot of different folk out in this world who care about each other, right?
Yep.
Now, with that being said, the reason I made that a point to bring that up is to emphasize this wealth gap and who got the money and who don't. It's like we living off residuals in a lot of ways. A whole lot of things, and I have to say this as a black man from East Texas, and I'm gonna try to give y'all a quick short story as to why things are still very imperfect. But it's a whole lot of people out here who, in some capacity, have educated themselves, or maybe they're a little bit more understanding or open minded. I ain't saying racism and other issues ain't still a thing, but what I'm saying is that I'm living in a very different time from when my big mama and my pawpaw and shit. Sorry, man, I'm trying to watch my language, but
You fine, bro.
home training. Uh, when my grandparents and great grandparents and aunties and uncles they couldn't even much call the sheriff for those who was alive while phones was around.
Hmm.
They didn't have a whole lot of the luxuries that I got right now. They couldn't shop everywhere. They couldn't go in any store or business. And then it's a whole nother part of a conversation to that about the coming togetherness. But that's not what I'm focusing on right now. I'm talking about the fact that there have been improvements, and I think anybody who say that to a degree, not perfection, but to a degree, that race relations, understanding, and open mindedness has not gotten better. I don't give a damn what color you is. If you say shit ain't improved after the things I done seen growing up down here in East Texas, I call you a lie to your face. That don't mean it's perfect, but it's gotten better. Where am I going with this? With
Yeah.
everything I'm saying, y'all just stick with me. I'm getting there. Um, there is a very, very deliberate, in my opinion, attempt to use everything, and when I say everything, I mean everything, to make everybody hate each other as
Yeah.
much as they possibly can. It ain't even just race. Look at the gender wars that's going on.
Yeah.
Some
Yep.
people argue it stems from feminism. Some people argue it stems from uh, patriarchal ideas and thoughts and stuff, and a longing for yesterday for women to just be barefoot and pregnant. I don't believe that's all true either. But
Right.
literally every angle, gender issues, what is or what ain't a man or a woman no more. Colored for black people, what you can or can't do or accomplish, and who should pull themselves up by their bootstraps versus who's still dealing with redlining and if people could be intellectually honest and have genuine, real, sincere conversations and listen to other people, not the ones that just complain and blame all day. And I'm talking about from both sides.
Yeah.
If we could have real conversations where real people who already give a damn, hell, you already at the 50-yard line. You only got 50 more to go before you get to the end zone. But we got to have real difficult conversations where people actually listen as much as they talk, because literally, man, all we got is us, baby. It's a whole bunch of people in this world with a little bit of bread in their pocket. Now, we may outnumber them, but they control media. They control the platforms we using to communicate with each other. They control the newspapers that's left. They control the magazines that's left. And before you know it, you walking around this planet with somebody else's thoughts and ideas in your head, and you don't even know where they came from. But you and old Mike down at the plant been good friends for 10 or 15 years while y'all working together at the steel mill.
Yeah.
One of you black, one of you black, the other one white, but y'all done picked each other from work up from work when somebody's truck was broke down. You done stopped by the hospital when y'all done had kids, and one person that gave birth to that first or second baby boy or baby girl. And then here come these people with all of these seeds of division and hate and angst and all of this other shit. And the next thing you know, you and Mike ain't close friends no more. I'm tired of that shit, man. But anyway,
Yep.
I'm gonna stop right there, Vision. Go ahead.
Nah, we gonna jump in that rabbit hole 10 toes down. I'm with you. And folks, y'all know I don't care what your color, your race, your religion, your politics are. You're a human being just like me. You bleed red just like I do. Believe it or not, it's blue before it comes out and hits oxygen. So we good. Treat me with the respect that I deserve, and I'm gonna treat you with the respect you deserve. They have been trying to divide us because, as the professor says, we are many, they are few. We do what we want, they do what they can, or they do what we let them do. Y'all, this is hypocrisy at its best, and we are all smart in this live stream. Don't fall for the okey doke. They've been like Hudson Valley said. I can't tell y'all. Y'all need to go watch Hudson Valley's live stream he did today. Please, could one of my moderators drop that link to Mike's live stream today in the chat? And if you haven't subscribed to Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, please do so, because that is my brother from another mother, and he drops knowledge as well as country dreaming, and a whole bunch of y'all in the chat and on YouTube. But their end game is to divide us, because if they divide us, we are weaker. Period. This mess about there is no list of, and I don't care, and I'm gonna say it, and I'll probably get a knock at the door, and that's okay. I got one of the best alarm systems ever created by God. That you can't tell me that the Diddler and the Epsteiner are not linked some way, somehow. Can't do it. I can't prove it, allegedly, but that's the tip of the iceberg. The tip.
Oh, you went there. Oh, snap.
I
You went
did,
there.
and I'm going
Oh,
to, because it's going to go from the Hunger Games to the Raceway. Uh, there is more people involved in all that mess than meets the eye. Exactly, Mike. We're all brothers and sisters, absolutely, without a doubt. But that rabbit hole, I'm tired of them trying to divide us, and they're going to throw out this, that, and the other, and pay Billy to pay Sue to stand up in front of public TV and scream something they don't even believe, because some rich old man sitting over there in the corner that's nastier than a $3 bill gave him $1,000 to do it. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. And we, the people, are going to have to be the ones to do something about it and clean up this debacle that's going on in this country and around the world. Plain and simple. You know what? I'm not even going to land my plane. I'm pulling the throttle and I'm jumping out with a parachute. Go ahead, bro. So there it is, right there. Thank you, Teresa. I knew our local resident snitch would track it down. Right there on the screen, folks. Over on the Tic Tac machine, go follow Country Dreaming, please, y'all, because the brother he put it this way: he tells the truth so much and talks about stuff folks won't talk. TikTok has killed 28 accounts that he had. And the only reason I go over there is to support my brother right here. That's the only reason I'm on there. I had to go pull out a burner phone and install that ping pong spyware, but whatever. Go follow him, folks, if you would, if you please. I just don't get it. I just don't get
I
it.
think
You're more than welcome, my brother. I mean, it is what it is. Thank you, Teresa. There's Mike's live stream from today, if I'm not mistaken. Go watch it, folks. He goes off. He and I ain't mad at him, and I agree with him. And that's why I told him, you read my comment, I told him, I said, I will pay for all the gas for the wood chipper. Most definitely. Right, Eloa Ministries. Good to see you, by the way. They said population eradication. Yeah, absolutely. But, it folks, don't fall for the okey doke. LMD, good to see you. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I need to say this. Couple of things I need to say. Y'all are amazing, and I appreciate you. My man Country, at the last minute, I asked him, I said, bruh, this topic, you got to help me come. You got to come spread the knowledge, because he's the one who schooled me on this, and I had to do some quick research and found out that two different media outlets, or three different media outlets, are giving different reports, allegedly. And even though that the Homeland Security spokesperson said that the pitch for the TV reality show was a good idea, her director, Noam, told Senate reports about such collaboration was inaccurate and false. The left hand don't know what the right hand's doing, or I'm going to say this. The right foot is lying to the left hand. Plain and simple, y'all. I'm going to let y'all figure it out. Y'all are smarter than me, but as a wise man once told me, something in Denmark smells funky, y'all. But it makes no sense. And if this happens and becomes reality, Dorothy, we ain't never gonna make it back to Kansas, because next thing you know, it'll be me, you, or whoever in the Coliseum proving our birthright of being called Americans. Yeah. I got nothing else. Frank Short said, Vision, 82nd Airborne all the way. I'll jump with you any day. I know that's right, Frank. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. We are family. We are brothers and sisters, like Hudson Valley said. I don't care about the color of your skin. That just means your people were either closer or farther away from the sun when the lineage started. Plain and simple. So, and I hope my personal moderator, I don't see him, but that's okay, because I don't care. If it pegs, it pegs. And if it dies, we'll just start another one. But and since we kicking these cans, I'm gonna kick one more can. Chicken Texas, good to see you. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Hope you had an amazing day. All of a sudden, we having all of these flash floods. And the book I read talks about there'll be wars and rumors of wars, floods and famines and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Something ain't right. And we all know that there is such a thing called weather manipulation. Oh, did I say that out loud? Something ain't right. So I don't know. I just wanted to say that. My heart and my prayers go out to everybody in Texas, everybody in North Carolina again. And I can't get it done fast enough, y'all, to do what I need to do. I can't get it done fast enough. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. The rest you'll learn. But yeah, what Chance just said. What did Chance say? There's been a third flood in just as many weeks. Exactly, Chance. Yeah. Yeah. OVP said vision here. Same here. I'm going to start a backup channel because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. Yeah, well, if they kill my channel here, I got some other means, and if worse comes to worse, I'll build my own platform because I got skills and I know people. So, country, what time is? We got four. How we only got 4 minutes left? What the hoot?
Yes, sir.
How? You
I'm
know
here.
what? I don't care. We're gonna be here till we here. Uh, Chance just said Mexico just had a huge flood too. Boy, she is sunshine. Good to see you. How are you? Hope everything is good. Welcome back, Hudson Valley. Apparently, he is going to do a live stream tonight, and yeah, please join in. I highly suggest it. KY Survival said people won't sell, so they wash them away. Ooh, boy, you may be onto something there. Amy King, good to see you. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Yes.
Um,
So, bruh,
Vision, you know,
yeah.
it's good. Oh, I'm sorry. Go. My
Nah,
bad.
I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say, go ahead.
I'm glad that you having this conversation because this is gonna be yet again my topic tomorrow. Um, uh, I'm fighting so hard to watch my language. Uh, you know, I really want to thank. I want to thank everybody who sent or is sending prayers and love to the great state of Texas. Um, for everybody who is sending love to Kerrville and all across Bear County and so on and so forth. I have caught flack for it. I've had a few brave enough, and of course I done got the messages, but on this platform and on other platforms, uh, when tragedy strikes, and I don't really like the bullshit, man. I just like to say it. We gonna talk. Um,
Yeah.
it's a lot of focus on the camps. It's a lot of focus on this or that. If you think that if you one of those types of people who said F Texas or to hell with Texas, that's what they get for because they a red state. I hope you have the day that you deserve. And I normally wouldn't say it that kindly. I would say that shit differently. But out of respect for my brother and his channel, I'm trying to act like I got a little bit of sense. But you know, it's disheartening. It's sick as hell for people to live under the presumption. And I hate what politics does to people. And hate is a strong word, but I hate it, man. I hate what politics does to people because when shit's reversed or when the shoe on the other foot, um, we talking about babies. I'm
Yep.
finally ready to start talking about this. I ain't been on live since over the weekend because of several different reasons. But even when I came back today, I started out talking about this and some other shit with the BRICS nations and so on and so forth. But to see the lack of consideration and the opportunistic energy that people presented, um, and use this as an opportunity to just really uh discredit and hate and show so much angst over their political views as though uh you know Ted Cruz or the governor, if you don't like him either, like they the only two families that live in the whole state of Texas.
Right.
And I'm saying this for everybody, whether you on the blue side or the red side. I'm sick of people acting like gangbangers, man. That's basically what politics done turned into. It ain't no conversations. It ain't no truces. Ain't nobody listening no more. It's basically like gang banging, and the shit's horrible. It's disappointing. It's disheartening. It's It's a sad way to live, a sad way to exist. Um, where there are no conversations. It seems like all the maturity then left the building, and
Yep.
who's actually talking and still listening in 2025. And man, some of the things I saw online and some of the content that I saw people sit back in time, take the time to make and say, this is what y'all deserve. This is what you voted for. Man, who voted for that? Y'all, some of y'all haven't seen what I've seen. It is literally buildings, two-story. The second story got flooded out just like the first floor. You
Mm.
know how much water that is?
Yeah.
And then getting over into weather manipulation. Guess what? I don't give a damn what side of your political proclivities you lean to or towards or what. It ain't been a president or an administration in the last 40 or 50 years who didn't know that all that shit was going up in the clouds, in the atmosphere. You don't wake up on a sunny day and see a plane leaving all of these little crisscrosses and tic-tac-toes across the sky, and then what was a beautiful day, all of a sudden that shit turned into, semi-cloud coverage.
Right. That's
You know,
true.
who brewed, whether you in Texas or Mississippi, Alabama, New York, Colorado, Florida, wherever the hell you at, California, guess what? We all breathe the same air, man.
Facts.
We breathe the same air. So that means that there is somebody or someone or some entity or some group that literally can't give a damn about you as much as as you may think they do when they down here poisoning all of us. Allegedly. I'll throw that word in too. Because we all gotta breathe the same air. The same shit that'll fall on somebody 20 miles away garden, fall on my garden.
That's
The
true.
same water, rainwater I want to catch. Somebody 20, 30 miles away from me, white, black, Mexican, Tejano, or Filipino, whoever the hell they is, that same bullshit is in their rainwater they trying to save for their chickens and shit and goats too. The
You
only
right.
I'm finna land my plane vision. I'm
Go ahead,
finna
bro. You
stop,
got
bro.
to
But
take
I'm
all
gonna
the
say
time
this,
you
man.
want. Take all the time you want.
The only thing that hurt more than everything that's going on is seeing how effective this is.
Yeah.
And the fact that I'm not sure if more people don't have conversations like what we having right now, they will win, whoever they is. And I don't think they is made up of one group of people. I
Right.
think they consist of a collective of people from who look very diverse, ironically, and got a whole lot of money. But I stop right there, my brother. Thank you for letting me speak.
Nah, bro, you speaking truth, and I agree with you 100%. It is a diverse group, and that they have ill will toward us, the common folks, and it's deplorable. And as the angry prepper said, I know a way to fix it, but I'm not gonna say it here. I know a way to fix it. And until the majority of us understand that, the only thing I can say is vote them out at the polls. Vote them out. And as Hudson Valley said today, and I'm not going to give away all his secrets in his live stream, you don't do nothing. Don't show up. Keep your butt at home and don't show up and see what happens. Could you imagine if 330 million Americans across this country did that for one day?
Yes, sir. I see you. You okay?
If they did that for one day, what would happen? They would get our message loud and clear, y'all. Plain and simple. Um,
Oh,
Uh,
Vision, real quick. Can I just say one more thing, real quick?
absolutely,
Uh,
absolutely.
no, I'm seeing some of the kind words and comments. Um, and I just want y'all to know I love everybody in this chat, with the exception of Jason Ewan and Dan H. But everybody else is the bee's knees. I love y'all, man.
Jason, Huey, and Dan H. Yeah. Dan H said vision. Does it include acid baths and slow dripping device? That too. We can use that. That's one way. But I'm a I can't I can't do it, y'all. I cannot believe the level of debauchery that's going on in this country. In my 97 years, I'll be 98 in October, that I would see what's
Oh,
going
come
on.
on.
Yeah, I'm older than you, and you know it. You just won't admit it. You won't even, you won't even produce receipts. But that's okay. I love you anyway. But with that, folks, I'm gonna let Country have the last words before we get out of here, because my brother from another mother, comes on at 8 p.m. on his channel, Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Okay, Cole, you can quit. Stop shaking the table, please, sir. I suppose you want to say hello. Country, give us some last words while your nephew climbs up here. Come here.
What's going on, nephew? What's going on, Cole? Uh, Everybody in the chat, I thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for taking the time to listen to me and this guy up here, and I really appreciate him for having me. I just want to say, please keep your heart and mind in a prayerful way. If you a praying man or woman towards the great state of Texas, because we need it. A lot of people around Central Texas need it. It is actually way more devastating than I think a lot of people, unless they've lived through or seen something similar firsthand, can even really wrap their mind around. So I'm not mad at nobody. I get it. I mean, sometimes life affords people the opportunity to not really care about certain things until it knock on their door. So I get it. But if you do are all wishing the best and hoping the best, we thank you for it. Um, and I think I feel free on saying that on behalf of all Texans. Um, and y'all, with the topic for tonight and the subject matter, uh, again, uh, I think all the typical ways of division have been explored and entertained and nearly mastered. So between the influences of what AI is going to do to us over the next couple of years, in addition to potentially entertaining a television show that may or may not, um, you know, put immigrants in a position to, and mind you, and this is, if you don't remember nothing else, remember VP mentioning this very distinctive part. This will be a selective group of those who are already doing things the right way, but afford them the opportunity to expedite their circumstance. And historically, as a black man from the South, I know the stories of the things that people who look like me have been through for the sake of entertainment. So if you a criminal, I understand. If you a repeat offender, I understand. If you've been kicked out 2 or 3 times and keep coming back, I understand. But anybody who suffers for the sake of entertainment or for somebody else's amusement, I think that's horrible. I think it's wrong. I don't give a damn what your politics are. I just think that shit wrong, period. And Vision, I thank you for having me. I thank all of y'all for taking the time to listen to me and hear me out and be a part of this conversation. And as always, another great live, my brother. And yeah, thank you.
I appreciate you, bruh. And I appreciate you for exposing this. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was like, you got to be kidding me. But with that, folks, I want to say, first of all, thank you for everybody that joined us tonight. Country, you know, bruh, you always welcome here. This is your home away from home, anytime, any place, whenever, whatever. But folks, remember this, please. Keep on prepping because your family depends on you and it depends on your life. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Make sure y'all check out Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And until then, we will see you in the next video. God bless everybody, and we'll see you soon. The time is now.